Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jane Lawrence and I am That Media Girl. On today's episode, I will be talking about leveling up mentally and knowing your worth. I'm quite passionate about this because I was that one girl who settled for less. Come to think of it, at work, with friends, with even relationships, I basically just accepted things that I knew were unacceptable just because I felt like maybe I couldn't get better or do better or be better, So it wasn't until I rededicated my life to God, asking Him to show me the way when I fell into a series of depression, trying to figure out my worth, my value, who I am, what I'm supposed to be. Because a lot of times when you're not leveling up mentally, you start to compare yourself with other people's journey, and that can affect you psychologically. So I had to go back to the one who owns my manual, and that's God. He created me, so He knows me. He knows my end from my beginning and then the beginning from my end. So I had to go straight to Him to reset my head, to reset my thoughts, my thinking, how I viewed myself, how I placed myself. Do you get what I mean? Because I had let people come into my life to damage my thought. I gave people so much privilege, so much so that I started to accommodate all of the lies that they say to me about me. Do you get what I mean? So now I'm in a lot more better space mentally, physically, and emotionally. So much so that I feel the need to talk about this because there is someone out there who might be, feeling less of themselves or settling for less or thinking that they're not worth it or they basically don't deserve the good things coming or happening to them. So we're doing it today. We're talking about leveling up mentally, knowing your worth, setting your values, placing your very own price tag, deserving of who you truly are, who you've been designed to be. So if this is the kind of video that you would like to see, you better keep on watching. Okay, let's do this. So what does it mean to level up mentally? It simply means improving your current state of mind in a way that feels like a powerful shift. And most often than not, this starts with a change in your thought, a paradigm shift in your mindset, followed by a brave action. A brave action to become better, a brave action to become what you admire, what you adore. Because listen, a lot of people who don't love themselves tend to admire and adore other people because adoration is making someone else big and ourselves small. And of course, we tend to see ourselves as small because of the lies that people have told us over time that we've held in for a long time. Especially people that we looked up to. So I think that a lot of people should start cutting off, filtering the people that they admire, filtering people that they allow into their mental space. Because your mental space is everything. You need to guard it, you need to protect it. Not everyone is allowed into your life. You just don't allow anyone coming and place a price tag on your life or place a price tag on what they think you're worth or what your value is worth. Do you get? Now, know this and know peace. You're the only one who knows your price tag. You're the only one who sets a price tag on your life. And you're the one who tells people how to respect and value you. Everyone carries an aura and people sense the aura that you carry. If it is negative, if it is low, people will just project what you're projecting to them. So you need to give off an aura that is strong, confident, and powerful. I can remember how I was constantly told that I wasn't good on the job, so much so that I had to doubt myself, compare myself with other people, thinking that I wasn't good enough, regardless of the fact that people who really truly loved me, admired my work, criticized me constructively, saw differently. I doubted myself so much that I compared myself with other people, compared myself with colleagues. What is this person doing that I'm not doing right? I would always criticize myself, always come down on myself really hard because of the things that one person told me. It held me down. It affected me so much. Listen, whatever negativity you constantly allow into your head, it would adversely affect how you see yourself, how you view yourself, how you value yourself, how you sell yourself, because you will constantly sell yourself short. Don't give anyone such power to play with your mental space. You don't need it. Cut a lot of negativity off your life. Filter a lot of people that you look up to, because some of them can bring you down. Some of them can make you feel like you're worse than any other person, just because you're scared of the potential that you have inside of you. Everyone has been given a potential by God. It is your responsibility to find it, harness it, and work with it. Damn the consequences and damn whatever opinion any other person has to say or have about your potentials. And always remember that it all starts with how you feel about yourself. Of course, it would take time for you to upgrade and level up mentally, but this is how you start. Number one, stop selling yourself short, baby. If you have standard, whatever standard you have, keep them. Having kept them. Don't let anybody tell you that your standards are too high. They are your standards. Your standards are basically the measure of your value, how you see yourself. So don't let anyone make you feel bad for having them. If they can't deal with your standards, then they're not the ones for you. And that's with regards to business, deals, partnership, friends, families, colleagues, companies, jobs. Because what you're selling yourself short for might not even be worth it. Look, this is all about respect, and if you're not getting it, then why would you even want to put up with someone who is not giving you respect that you truly deserve? Which leads us to number 2. Respect yourself. Because how can any other person respect you if you can't respect yourself? Have some self-respect. Stop speaking badly of yourself. Stop saying my feelings don't matter, I am not worth it. I might not get anyone who would love me because I'm not beautiful. You're beautiful enough. You're enough. You're worth it. Your feelings matter. Everything that matters. Your opinion matters. Do you get what I'm saying? Stop talking down on yourself, because the way you treat yourself is how other people will treat you. If you respect yourself so well, other people will respect you. Because when you cut out the bad and you start to say great things about yourself, you begin to believe it and eventually become it. You become what you say, you become what you believe. So what you say always becomes your reality. You have to be careful what you say about yourself. Respect yourself by saying great things about you. Always remember this, that people feed off the energy you give off. If you're giving off that low self-esteem vibe, they're going to get that and they're going to treat you accordingly. But if you put on that air of confidence, you're a woman of worth, or you're a man of substance, you're confident, you speak confident, you look confident, they will treat you as such. They will treat you in that regard. They will put a value on your worth because you know your worth already. You can't get from others what you don't give yourself. If you're not giving yourself enough love, you can't get it. If you're not giving yourself enough respect, no one is going to give you respect. Simple as ABC. So hang out with people that force you to level up mentally, financially, socially, psychologically, and spiritually. It's all wholesome, okay? And then start putting yourself first. Put yourself first. In this category of people, I used to put myself last. I would put family first, I would put friends first, I would put your feelings first, and mine last. Regardless of how affected I am negatively, I would put mine last. Because I care about how you feel. And that has really made me fall into depression time and time again. Till the moment I recognize that nobody's got your back as much as you do. Alright? Even the people who's got your back will definitely not be there forever. So you have to have your back. And part of having your back is putting yourself first, putting your needs, your wants first before any other person's. It's not a bad thing to put other people's needs first, but it becomes really bad when yours is not reciprocated, when yours is taken for granted, and you're not appreciated. That's when it's bad. That's when you have to go back to the drawing board and figure out why you're doing what you're doing, and if it's helping you mentally. Sometimes you really need to cut yourself some slack and know that you are deserving of love and that you matter too. So for once, make yourself a priority. It doesn't make you selfish. It's just you taking care of yourself before you can take care of another person out there. So be honest with yourself. You can't expect to be someone else's priority if you aren't your own. You get the magic. And be yourself, darling. Be yourself. You can't be anyone else. Trying to be someone else can only drain and wear you out. You can only be, at most you can only be the best second fiddle of another person. So be yourself. If they don't like it, if people don't like your original self, if people don't like your authentic self, then to hell with them. You have no business being with them. They have no business being in your space. So what if you're not put together? So what if you talk too much? So what if you're a jovial person? So what if you don't take life seriously? That's who you are. That's how you've been built. Alright? If you don't like it, move the other way. Simple as that. Sometimes our biggest downfall is the fact that we seek validation from people that we think they matter. You can never be so happy and accomplished in your life being a second fiddle. Now let me tell you this, the older I get, the less stress I accommodate in my life, baby, because I want to live long to see my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, my children. Do you get? And I don't want BP. I've come to this life to live long and fulfill my days. So anything that is going to bring me stress, I cut it off. And most often time, some friends just give you stress. The society just give you stress. Anything that is going to give you stress, even social media gives you stress. Sometimes you need to take a break from social media, because most of the things that you see on social media can drain you mentally and make you feel like you're not achieving in life. Take out time to just come into reality. Take out time to just view yourself in the real world. Breathe, read a book, switch off your TV. When you need to see what's happening in the news, then you can. But take out time and face reality off of social media platforms, because those things can drain you and make you feel less, make you feel like you're lagging behind time. Baby, it is good for you periodically if you want to level up mentally. And prioritize your relationships. Prioritize your relationships. Cut your circles. I keep saying that. Cut your circles. Any person who is bringing you down, making jokes, making fun of you, cut them off. Because whether you like it or not, those things have a way of setting your life backwards. And then just overlook things that you would normally flip out on years ago. Because some things, see, choose your battles. That's what I'm saying. Not every battles are worth fighting. Not every battles are worth giving attention to. You don't need anything to drain you out. You don't need anything to psychologically drain you or emotionally drain you. If it's going to give you stress, push it out. Have a thick skin over people or over things that are troubling, that are causing turbulence in your life. And care less about fitting in. You don't need to fit anywhere. Just like scarce products, you need to be scarce. You don't fit everywhere. Don't force yourself to fit into places that you don't have any business being there. And reduce meaningless conversations or connections. Not all connections are connections. You need to know that. And stop engaging in frivolities and empty conversations. I mean, like, how old are you? Know this and know peace, that it's you against you, not you against the world, baby. You against you. It's always been that. It's not about you against the world. If you take up that notion of it's always you against the world, it's going to be draining for you. I'm sorry. You're going to hate your life, because you're always going to keep fighting every other person, getting angry, getting upset. Sadly, we live in a world of disposable things, but you're not one of them. You're not replaceable. You're irreplaceable. There is no one like you. You're unique. You're a different breed. You're one of a kind. Mommy, Pappy, you're one of a kind, baby. Don't let anyone tell you less. Do you get the drift? I might tell you something that means a lot. I might tell you something that makes a lot of sense. So I'm just going to cap it all up here and tell you this, baby, that in your relationships, at your absolute best, you will still be the worst for the wrong person. And at your worst, you'll still be worth it for the right person. So choose rightly who you let in to your space. Because oftentimes, what causes us to level down or double down on ourselves are the people we let into our lives. And trust me, you can't afford to give anyone that such power. That's a lot of power to give to anyone. And with that being said, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment if you do love what I put out there. Until next time, I love you. Keep living that vibe live, okay?